Hey, what's up, good people? It's your boy Onyxe back with another video. So as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about a couple things, mainly the election. Well, briefly touch on the election rather. My thoughts on Blazing Strike, and just other random bullshit that I just feel like um blabbling, talking about. I'm trying to think of blabbering, but I'm almost kind of worried that I'm saying that wrong. But anyways, let's get started. So first and foremost, everybody knows gay and stuff like that. And with the election coming up, basically, despite the fact there are multiple people you could choose for being the president of the United States, the only real options, and it's sad to say, is really a two-party system, despite the fact there's other groups, is the Democrats and Republicans. I am 100% backing Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is getting my vote. And I'm actually found out recently I can do early voting, so I might end up voting way be, excuse me, way before the official election day. Now, this video right here is gonna be telling you who to vote for. I'm gonna clear it up right now. I made my decision based on the facts. I feel like Kamala is the right choice for me, so that's what I'm giving my vote to. But at the end of the day, you vote who you want to vote for. Just make just I want this one thing to be clear though. Whoever you vote for, be mindful what you're voting for and make sure it aligns with your morals. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not here to start bashing people. If you're voting for the other guy, please keep it to yourself because I'm not a fan of that man. I think that man's a piece of shit. But I'm gonna let it go like that. So now I want to get in discussion about Blazing Strike. For those on my last thing before I start talking about Blazing Strike, my only thing I ask, if you're all gonna vote, unless you're handicapped or unless you're truly disillusioned with the government and the two-party system, at the end of the day, you're an adult. You make your own choice. Please go out and vote. Nothing worse than staying home on such an important day. That's just my opinion, but that's my opinion. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not here to put guns to no one's heads. I'm not your boss. You have free will. Do what you think is best for yourself. Now let's get back to Blazing Strike. So recently, Blazing Strike released. It's an indie fighter that was published by Atlas. And like I said, gorgeous character designs. The character designs themselves are very cool. I like my personal favorites are Graffiti, Pink Samurai, Nagi, Jake, Shinsuke, and Alexander. Design wise, I mean they're all cool designs, but I'm talking about my actual favorites. Now this is the problem with Blazing Strike. Now there's a lot of fighting games, even fighting games from big money franchises that you can find infinites at. So that's not I'm gonna bash Blazing Strike for. However, Blazing Strikes, the way they released that game, and you would think with the multiple delays, that game would not come out the way it did. And that's the reason I didn't end up buying it. Because I'm looking at Blaze, I'm seeing all these like preview videos lead up to the game's release. And I'm like, no shade, this looks like fucking ass. This looks like ass. I mean, honestly, 2D sprites, it done like it be very pretty. Now, did I put the sprites like Skullgirls? No. I knew that from early on. But the end product doesn't even look Street Fighter 3 Third Strike good. It does not. And like I said, it's one thing if the graphics weren't all there. Hell, even King of Fighters 11 graphics have been fine by me. But I'm not really a fan of the sprites for Blazing Strike. It's not the ugliest thing in the world, but I'm not a fan of it. I wish it was much more polished. But my thing that really pissed me off, first and foremost, the arcade mode has no endgame boss. What kind of arcade mode you don't have a final boss battle with? A final endgame boss. The only game I can remember made a oopsie daisy that bad is the greatest KF game of all time, King of Fighters 12. I kid. I enjoy King of Fighters 12, but that game was a hot fucking mess. Even I can admit that. But it looked better, and it looked much better than freaking Blazing Strike. And that game is much older. Now, getting back on topic. Story mode, which is the most stupid fucking thing in the world. Story mode's like this. Story mode is always like, now every day it's like a reading a book. It's like an epic saga. It's multiple parts. You just don't play a character, fight several opponents, fight the final boss, get your ending. Which I think a lot of fighting games should do that. I'm letting y'all know right now. If I ever get to make Forbidden its own game, its own fighting game, it's gonna be like a judicial character. You pick your character and you fight several opponents. You get your character's ending. You're not about to go Chapter 1, Helen. Chapter 2, Orcella. Chapter 3, King Onyxe. Chapter 4, Scylla. You're not doing that. You're picking the character you want to play, and that character, you get their ending based on that. That's how my shit's gonna be more on the traditional side. If I ever get lucky to turn my characters into fighting game characters as well. Okay, but let's keep going. But with Blazing Strike story mode, If you say, okay, you're like, say you're playing 10 minutes and you're like, okay, I'm tired for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. You want to go scratch your balls. You got to go run to the store. You got to go to work. If you do not complete it, as soon as you stop playing story mode and you soon you like say, okay, hours later you come back to play it, you're not gonna be left off where you left at. You're starting all over. Ain't that some infuriating shit? You're starting all over. And last but not least, like the animations for Blazer Strike. And like I said, I seen 2D anime, and I'm like, I don't understand why this game looks so bad. Like some people feel like it skips out on some parts. Some animation look really, really just jarring to the eyes. And like I said, I don't want to be that person bashing Blazer Strike because I want the Blazer Strike to do well. I really did. But I got a little hair on my microphone right here. Give me a second, y'all. It's kind of bothering me. Better. Good enough. So I'm like, okay, why is this game like that? And another thing where Blake's like fucked up on, and I mean, talk about the story, but like, why? If you got a story set up and it's a long story, it's not like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's like could be like a half an hour over to an hour, depending on how long the story is. Why do you not have save points within the story? So when a person wants to say, okay, I did my first 5 battles, I got 6 more battles to go, but I'm kind of tired now. I want to play something else. Or I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work. I gotta go hang out with my girlfriend, my boyfriend, etc., etc., etc. Why did you not make the game where it has save points in it if you're gonna do that kind of story mode? And that's the thing that pisses me off about Blade Strike a lot to me. It felt very half-assed, and to me, there are too many fighting games, present and past, that are out already. If you are a developer, you're wondering, okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? It doesn't hurt to play King of Fighters 15. It doesn't hurt to play Tekken 8. It doesn't hurt to play Tekken 7, Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 5. It doesn't hurt to play Mortal Kombat. See, like at least you're supposed to have the basics. Cause even as much shit as MK1 gets, a lot of it deserved. At least when you do stop on a certain chapter of Mortal Kombat, it brings you back to that chapter you ended at. It doesn't make you go back to the beginning. That's just stupid in my book. Like in my head, that is fucking retarded. You should not have to start at square one. I gotta say, player lost. Okay, you lost. You gotta start that part again. But if you won, if you didn't lose no battles prior to you say, okay, no, I don't feel like playing no more right now, you should be brought back to the beginning. And another pet peeve of mine, I speak to my good friend Chris Lotus about this earlier. He was like indifferent towards it, but for me, when I found that all the Blade Strike characters only have one super move, and not even enhanced version, they just have one super move. I'm like, what kind of lazy piece of shit is this? If this is a 2D fighter, 2D characters, I feel like a 2D fight minimum, each character have 2 to 3 super moves. Some 4, but 2 to 3. You don't give a character one super move. What is this? King of Fighters 96? Even then, I can have more than one super move for their characters. You don't give your character one single move and be like, okay, that's your only super. You can have a variety. Some characters have a command grab super, a rushdown super, a reversal super, a projectile super. But you don't give character one super and you're like, we're done. See, with 3D fighters like Tekken or Dead or Alive with the Rage Art, or like Soul Calibur where it's Soul Burst, whatever the hell it's called. With those 3D fighters, it's a certain condition that the character has to be. So a 3D fighter, I understand why you may give a character only one super that's really cinematic. But a game like Blazing Strike, 2D fighters to me, when I see a 2D fighter character with one super, I'm like, are you kidding me? And my just game, indie fighters came out before. Skullgirls, you got freaking Blackheart, you got freaking Big Bang Beat, you got Millionites, Vermilion, and other indie fighters. They give the characters at least 2 or more super moves, not just one. Even Yatagawasu, which in my head and my heart, I wish the people Yatagawasu were able to work on Blazing Strike. I think Blazing Strike would have came out to be a much better product if the people Yatagawasu were the ones working on it, at least helped worked on it. And the thing is, I feel bad, and even now, Blazing Strike can fix a lot of these things. But because it's an indie fighter, the time they get around to fixing these things, people already gave up on the game. There's going to be like 5 people playing it. That's not really worth going back and fixing if you can't even maintain the player base you wanted. And this goes to what me and my friend Chris was saying earlier. Why in the fuck did Blazing Strike not have a beta demo for people to go play first? I feel like every fighting game nowadays, before you are out, you should have a playable demo, a playable beta. MK1 did it. Tekken 8 did it. I'm almost certain Tekken 7, but then again, Tekken 7 was in the arcade for a long time, so that was pretty much the beta one right there. Street Fighter 6 did it. Street Fighter 5 definitely did it. King of Fighters 15 did it multiple times. Um, King of Fighters 14 did it. I remember that when you play Mai, Sylvie Nelson, Kyo Iori, and Shunei. So why didn't Blaze Strike think to put out a beta for their game so people could try it out? Because had people tried the beta, they would have caught these mistakes a lot sooner. So when the game officially came out, it would have been much more polished. Less flaws, more polish. And also, the one thing I'm going to say, for example, Mateo. Mateo's one of those characters I think has a really cool design, and the fact that he could turn into a demon is dope. Why does character has one super, he just does this, and it makes his opponent explode? It's like, people did not think. Like, the people who develop these characters did not think. And it's like, really pisses me off. Then you got these infinites with Hana, you got an infinite with Jake. I believe Long Lay, whatever his the Buddhist robot character, he got an infinite. And mind you, there's a lot of fighting games with infinites that get passed out fast. Hell, Street Fighter 5 had an infinite towards the end of life cycle with Dan Hibiki. Capcom caught it and they patched it out. Well, they gave him a unique projectile where it make sure he couldn't do an infinite combo to you in the corner. But my whole thing with Blazing Strike, like, if you had people play test this stuff, that's another thing. Why not get Justin Wong, Sonic Fox, Maximilian Dude, Long Island Joe, hell, Emery Reigns? You get so many of these well-known fighting game players to test out your stuff. Alex Ahad, who's a part of the development of Skullgirls. These people test your game long before you release it, like a private testing, and you get their feedback, and you're like, oh, okay. These are legitimate good fighting game players. I don't care what none of them say. They are amazing at their craft. They would have told you these problems, and before you release the game to the public, you could have had cleaned up these issues. Now, Blazing Strike's in a position now, even they start fixing the things that people are complaining about, baby, they may not be no audience there the time they come back and fixing all this shit. None. And that's the sad part. No audience. That is the sad part. And I think I didn't want that for Blazing Strike. Because did I expect Blazing Strike to be like the next fighting game Titan? No. But I wanted it to be a game that people will love right out of the park. Like, you're always going to have some ass like, oh, this is whatever. Stir Strike is better than this. Blah, 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 better than this. But I wanted the reception for Blazing Strike, the majority, be good. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And like I said, Tiny fixed all this. Would it even be a player base still there that gives a fuck? Next thing I'm going to talk about is Bluesky. I've been hanging out a lot in Bluesky, and I also should mention this. I'll be leaving a link to my Bluesky for those who want to follow me there in the description. I've been loving Bluesky. Now, because it needs a couple more updates, it needs a couple more things. But Bluesky is so fun, and it's busy. It's busy. It's a good, for those people who are legit tired of Twitter or X, whatever one you prefer to call it, Bluesky is the place to be. It really is. I cannot say this enough. I'm hoping to see Nicki Minaj over there. Hoping to see some kind of other people I genuinely like over there, like my rest of my friends, like Damien, Suki, Justin. But I'm not gonna like force you guys to come. They come there when y'all good and ready. Cause I still believe at this point, keep Twitter around until I 100% know I do not need to go back to it. Cause Bluesky, while it's a good website, it still has some kinks it could work out. It does, but it's not a bad at all. Like, honestly, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And I'm glad it's a really good alternate for those who are tired of Twitter. I just want to quickly say that, but I'm really happy at Bluesky. And once I get my commissions finished for my friend Nico, I really won't be on Twitter as much. I'll still go on Twitter to check, various notifications, just, maybe someone inbox me, da-da-da-da-da. But outside of that, I'm really going to be on Bluesky. If I'm like now on Instagram or Tumblr or Reddit. Next thing I want to address. Like I said, first and foremost, I appreciate people who watch my Tekken content. I say that gazillion times. I'm going to keep saying it to the day I'm no longer here. Hopefully I'm reunited with my nephew by then. But my whole thing with Tekken, I don't mind having matches with people, but for lack of a better word, am I bleeding, by the way? Yeah, I got a little cut. I scratched my little thing. I'll put a band-aid on it a little bit. I'm not like the best at Tekken, but I do enjoy the game. And I play it to my best of my abilities, regardless I win or lose. and I don't play for streaks. I play to have fun because I don't care if I can get a 96 win streak, for instance, and then to say I lose the rest of the day or I just keep having laggy matches and I didn't have fun. I'd rather get a 5 win streak, but I'm consistently winning and doing good and having fun. That's just me. But overall, if you want to match me, what I'm gonna suggest people to do is try to mess me on Instagram or Bluesky, and I'm usually free. Thursday's my best day. I'm free Saturdays and Sundays as well. But Sundays I usually use a earlier portion of the day to go take care of my friend, help her out with her housework. And Saturdays I use that as my errand running day. Like either I go visit my folks in the Bronx, or I'm like going to Manhattan to take care of personal stuff, or just doing my own thing. And I just never been the type to like actually sit down like, oh, let's have a match. But if I'm available and I'm free, and I'm not busy, I would love to match more people because it's fun. Like I don't care if I get my ass kicked, get my ass kicked. If I win, I win. Of course, I hope I'm used to my friend Damien doing it, but I hope I'm not getting teabagged by people who beat me. You beat me, just take your win. Because when you teabag me, like, oh, you want to be a dickhead? If I'm like, oh, okay, then fuck you. I'm not playing you no more. So I don't want to get in that mood either. And that's also another reason why I don't really do the whole matching. If you want to play me, play me. But just be a good sport, regardless of you win or lose. Please be a good sport. That's all I ask for. So that's been that. Today, this Sunday right here, which is today is September 19th. No, September 20th. I'm wrong. September 20th. Is it September 20th? I'm like, please let me. I believe it is. September 20th. Yes, it is. No, I said September 20th. See, I'm a dumbass. October 20th. I'm saying September like with my whole chest. October 20th. This week itself, outside, I only said days I didn't really care for was Monday through Wednesday. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, thank you, Jehovah God, was good to me. Was it busy? Did my legs ache for doing a lot of helping around? Yeah, but I really had a good week. I really can't, like, my depression didn't bother me. I didn't have no dark thoughts. I had no issues with nobody. I'm saying Monday and Wednesday were bad for like when I was, Monday and Wednesday was just really busy, and I also had my tension headache. And out of this particular customer, you guys don't know who he is, so I can say his name here because not like no one's gonna know who he is. If he ever sees this, good for him. It's Alan. He plays Take 5 a lot, and while I'm like that, I don't hate the man. That much I clear. But he talks a lot, and a lot of these he talk like, dude, just play your numbers and go. And he like, oh, I'm done for the day, and just for him to come back to the store 7, 8 more times throughout the day. I'm back to play my numbers. No, that's what I do. I'm like, oh my god, I know you have nothing better to do. Just play your numbers and please go. So annoying. Also, a little bit random. This lotion right here, I got it. This is a Fruit Loop flavor. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this. Shay, I'm gonna pull it back to me. I'm obsessed with this lotion. I paid a good penny for this. With shipping and handling, I paid like $22. The lotion is like $14, I believe. I'm obsessed with this lotion. It smells so good, and I love the way it feels on my skin. I am fucking obsessed with this right here. I love this. One of the best things I got off Amazon. Also, my mom gave me a book as well. Forbidden here, but you guys know about Forbidden already. And if those who are curious, I'll leave a link in the description. Amongst other couple things I'll be leaving in the description. But I'm going to be reading this book as well. My mom recommended me this book. This book is called And It Goes Like This by G. Andy Rose. I'm going to be reading this book because not only this book is going to help me with punctuation better, because when I do my writing sometimes, I really suck with punctuation. But even though I don't think it's going to cure all my screw-ups, it at least will hopefully help me be a better writer than I am right now. And what else I want to cover, really? I spoke selection, Blazing Strike, Bluesky. And I think that's a wrap. I just feel like just chatting with you guys for a bit, talking about some random stuff. Anything else I need to cover? No, not really. I think the main thing is make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to share my content when you can. And also, I want to mention this as well. For people who come members, right now the only member I know I have is Neffy, and shout out to Neffy once again. Thank you, Neffy. I have a $5 tier and I have a $2 tier. I made a 2 tiers cheaper. Remember, there's a lot of videos I have created for that people who are just normal subscribers would never see. It's for members only. So you're curious, just mainly other Tekken matches that I felt were real unique. That I have some, miscellaneous things that I keep only for my members, stuff like that. So your ever interest come, remember, trust me, there's a plethora of content there. You will not be bored. I look out for my members, and even if the stuff that I put in the public, members will have at least a day or 2 day heads up, sometimes even more before the video releases to the public. So I do want to push the membership out there because am trying to make more money off YouTube, and I want to make money not by charity. I don't want people like, oh, Onyx, you want money? Give me your PayPal. I'll drop some money in your PayPal. No, I want people to get something out of it too. So I definitely want to let people know there's memberships. But I think that's really it by now. Also, last funny thing, I gotta be careful because if my dick flies out, I'm in trouble with YouTube. Oh, oh, oh. I'm wearing my infamous red shorts again. And the reason is these shorts leave little to imagination, so I gotta be really careful with them. But that's that. And overall, last thing I want to say this, now I thought about it. I don't know how everybody's life is different. Some parents are real pieces of shit, some parents are tolerant, and some parents are really good. If you're an LGBTQ person, regardless of you're in the closet or not, if you trust your folks, you think your folks are going to do right by you, come out when you're comfortable, come out to them when you're ready. But I just want to say this as well. Even you are rejected by your lovers for being gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, etc., please understand the problem was not you, it's them. You are not the problem, baby. And I want you to understand that from the very bottom of my heart. But anyways, that's all I want to say for now. Thank you for listening. Peace. Take care. Honestly, out. Have a good morning, good night, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you see this. Love you. Please stay safe and remember, treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't be an asshole, but don't and when people are being an asshole to you, you get upset. Love you and take care and please stay safe.